Crypto keys. There's something brewing down there in the Gulf. If you've watched the news at all, you know what's happening. But let's talk about them crypto keys and the tragedy of losing them. Welcome back to the channel where we build financial power. Truly appreciate you being here. Myself, Matt, and
Potter
are going to kick it off today talking about the crypto keys, talking about the tragedy that is losing them. If you're new to this channel, we talk about DeFi, we talk about financial freedom, we talk about improving healthcare with Web3. We cover quite a bit. Potter, what brought this thought to your head, though?
Well, unlike a lot of shows where we're all upbeat and happy, we can't be this time for a lot of reasons. But a big one is because there's a lot of loss of life that's happening down in Florida.
Yep.
And so, a lot of people have crypto down there. And there's a big myth about, hardware wallets and how, if I just put my crypto in a hardware wallet, I'll be safe.
That's true.
But when you have a surge like we had with the water,
like a power surge, okay,
you don't have time to go find your crypto keys, So that's something people need to think about. We've had twin tornadoes once in the Midwest, right? What happened to those crypto keys? We don't know. Right? So it's just important that you understand the hardware wallet myths versus reality. Does that make sense?
It does. Well, and I guess you're 100% right. Like even up until the show, it's like, well, it's a hardware version, so you're good. It takes it off of, I guess, the exposure of the web. But could you view a hardware wallet as safe as a safe that somebody can come and crack a physical safe? Like they can crack it, they can take it, they can burn it. Okay, that makes sense. That's a good way. Okay.
Correct. What when you're looking for a wallet, right? Like you don't want to listen to the false claims that tell you, hey, if you just keep this off the internet, it's fine. It's like crypto is 100% internet.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So the moment that you create those keys, you are on the internet. Now, the difference with a crypto wallet is that it's something that's temporary. What I mean is, sorry, I didn't mean temporary. I got distracted.
You're good.
Your wallet is it's created in a binary way. So when you create your password, I'm getting my thoughts together.
You're good.
When you create your password, that you don't necessarily want on a computer. So that's the only thing it's really saying. Okay. But if I know your keys, and let's say you were a person who said, I'll give you $1 billion if you can get into my wallet, but I'll tell you anything you want, but I'm not handing you this key. Give me your encryption keys. Tell me the keys to your wallet. I put that in a new wallet. You can still be holding that. I can drain everything out of what you thought was in that wallet because it's never in that wallet. It's always online. Does that make sense?
It does.
Right? So it's just a false sense of security. So the good news for some people is that they are going to be able to say, it's not here, but it's here. It's not here, but I wrote it down on a piece of paper. You know what I mean? So those people were like, oh my God, I lost my crypto key. I'm through. It's in the bottom of the Gulf.
Yeah.
If somebody can find them and say, no, do you know your keys?
Right.
Do you remember? Then you're safe.
Yeah.
Right. The other thing that happens is, no power. Right. So how do you get to your crypto when there's no power? Right. But then people would say, well, how do you get to an ATM when there's no power?
That's a really good point. That's a good.
Yeah. The difference is that when I went away, if I was going to go away from my place for this, what do they call it? Evacuate. See, I don't even know the word. I'm a Floridian. I blocked the word. Where was I going to go? right? Because I have to be here to do crypto. I'm not putting it on my phone.
Yeah.
You know, so this is why we keep communicating that, this stuff is hard, and you kind of have to put, some kind of loss prevention program together that includes the worst case scenario. There are a lot of people who aren't going to make it we haven't even found people. We had 12-foot storm surge. That's 2 of me standing on your head.
Yeah.
No, on my shoulders, I mean. That's not survivable.
Yeah.
And especially when you're in bed and you weren't told that that's going to happen. Right? So it's such a tragedy what happened.
Well, and I was wondering if you were actually going to have power this morning to even do the show. So because you never, I mean,
No, it's a good point. We got missed.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and as we were talking about this, for anybody that's like, you might have heard of what a hardware wallet is, but I highly encourage you to just Google, popular crypto hardware wallet, and this is what pops up. And I remember you and I were talking about Ledger and then Arculus. I've seen a whole lot of ads for that. Ledger and Arculus, I think those are probably the only two that I've actually seen out there just because they're that popular. Have you seen any other wallets that you're like, that passes the test, that passes the Potter test, or that is complete garbage?
Well, let's go. I'll type it and then we'll talk about it.
All right, I like it.
So we'll go over this one first. Ledger, tell me what you know.
I mean, honestly, the Arculus one looked super cool because it was super tiny and it looked like it could fit in a wallet, which is cool but also terrifying. But was it Bluetooth? You tap it on something? Because I didn't see any sort of like input options. There was no USB or USB-C.
Right, but what about Ledger?
Oh, so I'm still stuck on the hardware.
What do you know about it?
Ledger, the actual wallet?
Yep.
Nothing. I know. No.
Have you ever seen one?
I've seen it in passing. That's it.
Have you ever seen people use one?
Nope.
This is what they do. This is they have a very small little UI that they read, and they tap the buttons to go like the old days when you used to send a text and you have to hit one a whole bunch of times.
Yeah, T9 Word, I think it was called. Yeah.
How is that better? The only thing that does is just facilitate, boomers, right? Who remember I used to text,
right?
111. But the problem is, I want to go make a crypto trade. Password. You have to manually input your password this way. So now you have, this is a pain in the butt, but you think, you know what? This thing will save me. I'm keeping it off the internet because it's dogma. They don't understand the technology, right? So they keep going, I'm safe. I've got it on here. I'm going to be good. And so they put up with this crap, right?
Okay.
And so, but I mean, so some people, maybe you have a kid around your house, right? And so you've hooked your MetaMask up to your Ledger. Well, now your kid can't come in and try to do anything, right, with your thing because they're going to have a password. It's going to say, hey, put in your password to use it.
Yeah.
But a smart kid's just going to say, I wonder where my parent keeps their passwords, and they're just going to figure that out. And you might be like, why am I missing money from my wallet? Because the kid has your keys. That's why. So for me, after I realized that, tap, 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 tap was bull crap, right? I said, I want one that was convenient. So although we're not recommending and we do not endorse, I do have an Arculus and it is awesome.
Is it really?
Because it allows you to create a wallet. So you can create that wallet, but you do have to store those keys somewhere, right? Your phrase. Right. You have to share so you're going to put it on paper, you're going to put on an electronic device. more than likely you should put on something where you have redundancy, whatever that is, right? So maybe it's carbon paper and you give the one to a friend in France.
Okay.
But still, it allows you to create one offline, right? So that that name or that address is offline, but it's in a blockchain. And although it's offline, you never put it in any wallet anywhere. It's never been on a computer. It's only been in the Arculus system, right? So although it's going to be on a blockchain, you can say, well, I have some level of comfort that, I did it right. You know what I mean? Like, at least I didn't put it one place. And when you go to use the UI, you're not click, click, click. You can use your phone. Right.
So I'm just running across that. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a very user-friendly wallet, but you have to go back to, hey, what is a hardware wallet? What am I doing, to save this? And so, the tragedy that's happening right in the Gulf right now, if somebody had this, they don't have to worry about it getting waterlogged.
No?
It's a card you hold up
Because
to the
it's
back
literally
of
just
your
a card.
wallet,
Okay.
and it decrypts.
Right.
So you do have some level of, oh my God, now I got this thing, with the ledger, I only have one thing, but this is more user friendly. It's just, it's a preference. It's a style, and this style fits with me. Before, you only had the one, click, 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 click style. Mike, can you bring up a ledger real quick?
Yeah, because Arculus, they're the first ones to make something like this. Like, there's no competition like them, it seems.
There's nobody in their space.
No.
And so, when it comes to, the dogma of ledger, like, click on a picture, like, click on images. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Of the ledger wallet.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So look, that's your user interface right there. Can you scroll down to see any with fingers on it trying to use it? Any pictures? Can you scroll down? Any pictures?
There we go. There's sort of the layout, but let me go back. That's weird. I've clicked on it.
Oh wow, your screen is frozen, I guess.
Nice.
Not your face, but the computer screen is just showing the
okay
image. There it goes.
There we go. There we go. Here's like a real photo of it.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, at the top of that, you've got these little buttons, and it's just, you can't even type into a keyboard, because it's trying to be so secure, but it was the first thing out.
Right. Okay.
It was revolutionary, and in that time, if you kept it on that, I think it was pretty safe that nobody was going to get your key.
Okay.
Right. But at the same time, some days people used to have email, it'd be like, well, I have it on one computer, so I know I'm the only person who gets on that computer if I log in.
Yeah.
So things evolve and people make it better. I think Arculus is the first one to attack the dogma of it's only on the blockchain. It's only here in this device. They didn't necessarily try to refute that it's more than that, but I think that they kind of revolutionized it a little bit.
Yeah. Well, and isn't it interesting? In my head, I was like, well, wait a minute. So this Arculus thing, or even the ledger thing, in my head, I'm thinking about, you have it at your home or you keep it in a safe or whatever. But then I was like, well, what happens if you travel? If you go through, like, if it gets scanned at an X-ray machine when you're going when you're hopping on the plane and all that. And it's so funny because my head is like, oh, that's not safe. But then at the same time, it's like, well, people have their laptop that they carry with them, and that didn't even come into my head about that. So it's interesting. You're right about the dogma. Interesting.
Good morning, folks. Glad to see everyone is happy, healthy, and dry this morning. Hey, Cole, how's it going? Yeah, like, the worst part about that whole event was, it's like with Irma. And it's like we do with crypto. Look at the data. Follow what your eyes say, because I'm watching it constantly, right? Because it's coming right at me. And only thing it did was kept moving east.
Yeah.
It kept moving east, but all of the weather updates said northeast, right? And so if people had just followed their eyes, they would have seen, hey, this is coming right at me, right? But they kept listening to the news. So I was talking to my friend. I said, a lot of people went to bed last night thinking that there's no chance that they're going to get hit. And if you just follow your eyes, it's going straight into you. You're not safe.
Yeah.
And that was in a canal city, you know? So when you look at tragedy and you look at prevention, or you're getting into crypto, you need to have that loss prevention program. Because what happens if you're like the breadwinner, or you're saying, hey, you know, I've got this that I want to leave in my will. Well, did you put your crypto keys in a will? Did you get a key that can be used by two people? So you have to have both. You know, what did you do? And this is so new to crypto. You know what I mean? I think that this is the first big hurricane this is the first big hurricane that we've had during, you know, where crypto was legit.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Because I mean, not saying that there hasn't been big storms, but you know, I think the big one, last one was maybe Katrina. That was like absolutely holy crap, devastating.
I was saying like when crypto was legit, you know.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like that wasn't even that was nowhere even near the time.
It wasn't even.
That was like 2005, 2006.
Yeah, and I was thinking, well, there was one last year. But that wasn't. This one, Ian, is going to go down as one of the biggest in Florida history.
Yep, just under a Cat 5.
And people don't think about it. In a DeFi project, what do we have to do? Every 24 to 48 hours, we have to show up.
Okay, I thought you were going to say weather the storm, but that too, yes.
Right. So now, okay, I don't even have my hardware wallet, and I can't get to a computer, so my DeFi projects are dead.
Yeah.
When we keep telling people don't get into crypto yet, it's not ready. In a bank, I mean, pretty much you know that your money's still there.
Right.
With crypto, if you can't get to a computer, you don't know if there's a bug in the code.
Yep.
You know, maybe you were saving up for a week to collect your payment, and now your computer's gone. So now you don't have any money to put in your bank to pay your bills. Your bills are going to be processed electronically. They're not going to lose power.
Yep.
So these things, this is a loss prevention program that is outside of your traditional response.
That's a good way to put that.
Because it requires a level of security, of trust. You have to trust a lot of people.
It's a really good way to put that, because just yesterday I was messing around on one of our plays that we're in, and I did something like I went into the hyperlink to basically refresh it faster, but I deleted one too many letters, and then it basically took me away from the site, and I was like, crap, I don't know the hyperlink. And I immediately was I mean, I have all the hyperlinks.
No. I'm going with the way you were thinking.
But so I was like, oh crap, I lost the hyperlink. I lost the website. I'm not going to be able to get back to the crypto I've been working with for months. But it's just that little thing. So when you're talking about, like that prevention of loss, it makes complete sense. And you're 100% right. You touching on the fact of losing power. Potter and I both live in Florida, and it's something that we're not a stranger to, of hurricanes. But, knock on wood, that most of the time in your life, you have power. You don't think about the times that you don't have power, because you're right. Even if you have your passwords, your key phrases, everything saved in a bank, in your shoe, in an old cell phone in the back room of your house, if you don't have power, good luck actually utilizing the crypto. Like, good luck utilizing drip. It's a really good point.
Yeah, and it's not one that anyone would think of, because it's just not prevalent. It's so exciting. It's so sexy.
Yes.
You just want to do it. You think about what am I going to do tomorrow?
Yeah.
And I'm sure that there were a lot of investors down south do charities, the Red Cross, etc., accept crypto donations, or is that no? That's a thing.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, that is a thing. People do accept random crypto. Like some people don't even say. They say, "Give us your junk crypto."
Really?
Well, yeah, we'll cash it in. But I'm sure they prefer Bitcoin and Ethereum.
But just like the Red, does Red Cross accept it?
Oh, I thought you were just talking about like Red Cross, etc. Charities. There are charities that accept crypto. Like you can, I'm sure if you Google in right now, charities that accept crypto, you'll get a nice list.
Currently, it supports Bitcoin, the American Red Cross, Ethereum, Doge. They accept Dogecoin, 4 USD pegged stablecoins, GUSD, USDC, PAX, and BUSD. That's crazy. You can use the BitPay wallet or any one of the 80 crypto wallets in existence today to make a donation to the American Red Cross. I did not know that. Cole, Great question.
Yeah, it was. And now as a security person, I go, please create a program that allows me to say, enter name of charity wallet. Track.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Right? Because I want to know everything that's happening with that wallet.
That'd be cool.
And I imagine that with 8 wallets, there's something nefarious going on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody's like, I'm smarter than everybody. They'll never see this at all.
It's always prevalent no matter what market. Thanks, folks. Be safe out there. Looking forward to the drip chat tomorrow. Yes, Cole. Yeah, there's definitely a lot happening in that world. A lot of good things. If you are new to this bad boy, every Thursday, Friday, we slap a show right on your face. So if you hit the subscribe button, it will remind you to do so. But if not, it's all good. We're going to be here regardless. At the end of the day, take security seriously. Potter has taught me that a whole lot. And you cannot replace this stuff. I mean, if you've worked this hard, I myself have been working on building these positions for almost a year, and it would be a friggin' tragedy to lose it. You got anything in closing?
Just, I guess yes. Plan. If you have things on your computer,
best way to put it.
It's not just people have to worry about their pet. You got to worry about that computer. Where's that computer going to go?
Yeah.
Is your hard disk encrypted in case you have to leave it there and somebody comes in your home and loots? So they can't get on your computer. Yeah. These are things that you have to think about for crypto. And if you're not willing to think about it, stay with your local bank. So, other than that, our hearts go out for anybody who's lost anyone this week. And good luck. And that's it.
We will see you tomorrow. Builders, keep building.
And try to game on.